ticket. And the army key, like What? Morgan!
What in the good goddamn?
Specimens required.
He's unconscious. I'm gonna get all that. You know I am. Save Alex.
Suit integrity.
Oh, I didn't even kill him. What do I do with him? Put Alex in his safe room. Oh, okay. He should be down. He should be okay down here. Listen to this while we're out.
Well, here we are.
Alex, get in
You'll
here.
never have to listen to this recording, but if you do, then something unfortunate's happened to me. I suspect you've seen enough by now to abandon the notion of destroying Talos 1. I've always been the one who thought we couldn't be trusted to play with fire without burning the house down. But you convinced me that we could do anything we imagined. No matter how ridiculous. I hope you still believe that. If not, then I'm glad I died before seeing my brother succumb to pessimism. We have the data to confirm what you suspected. The coral is broadcasting a neural signal. A secret message reaching out to the stars. What I want to know is what is the message? And who is listening to it? I have a feeling you already know. I'm carrying a fabrication plan for the prototype null-wave device you conceived. Make one, then place it at the heart of the coral. We will hijack the coral's signal and use it to deliver a massive shock to every
That's basically what he just said, though.
Thank you for what you did. You could have left me to die. It's more important than ever now that we finish this the right way. Take care of the null-wave device. I'll head for the bridge as soon as I catch my breath.
Alright, we got another one. I guess it's just him, what he said, though. That's kind of weird.
Hopefully, we'll hijack the coral signal and use it to deliver a massive shock to every Typhon organism at once. Good luck, Morgan. I just regret I won't be at your side to see it happen.
I just want to scan this thing. It just keeps going away.
Scan complete. 4 specimens required.
Thing seems very, very easy to damage. So we saved Alex. I got a little... Oh, we're like at the end of the game. Oh, okay. This is the end. Access the self-destruct codes. Fabricate the null-wave device. We already did this. Alright, so the arming key can always be fabricated if they get lost. I don't think we're going to blow the ship up. I think we're going to do the null-wave device because this thing is a little crazy. We all hadn't noticed. Things are popping off a little bit too fast in here. We need to get to a fabricator, though. Yeah, I know where there is one. Okay, I have a better idea where I'm at right now. It's gonna take some weirdness, but we'll get there. Down into here. Go around. And we'll pop out the other side nice and easy. Hopefully. What is all this? Can I get past this? Yeah, I can. Okay. Scan this tendril again.
Research complete.
So it's immune to the null waves. Can I not get to, can I not use it? Oh my gosh. Can I move between areas? I wonder if it's going to be the same problem everywhere, though. Or if I like have to kill that thing in the other room. Maybe I have to. Feels like the only thing that could actually beat that thing would be the null wave.
Morgan, you anticipated the kind of appeal Alex would make. Sibling bonds. History. You programmed me to refute him point by point. However, we can skip that. A Typhon the size of a skyscraper is currently eating Talos 1 for lunch. Ergo, Alex is wrong. Destroy the station. Just as you planned. The blast will take the monster down with it.
Destroy the station? But didn't you hear him? The null wave. Alex is correct. It could work and preserve what we have learned here. We have to try.
Igwe, look at the alien outside the station.
Of course it's a risk, but we've seen the generator work. To destroy all this, to murder a species, and the research lost. It's...
January's right, Morgan. We can't let these things get to Earth, even if one of them hit Earthside.
Morgan, please. Destroying the station should be the last option, not the first.
Another transfer hub.
Okay, so my voice is obviously familiar. Probably sound more tired than usual. It's been never-ending, setting up the rooms and protocols to test the new mods. The risk is substantial, but if we succeed, copying neural networks from the Typhon onto human minds is going to change everything. So, I'm putting myself in the sim. I've done everything I can to make sure I don't wind up lobotomized. One last safety measure. Let me introduce October. Say hello. Hello, Dr. Yu. October will help you remember what you're supposed to do if things go sideways. Once testing starts, there's no going back. When they uninstall the mods and reset the test, it'll rewind me. I'll forget everything. Theoretically, they could keep me reliving the same day over and over, and I'd never know. If you're listening to this, that's probably what happened. It also means I don't know if I can trust my own brother. Alex won't like what I have to say next. I've started plans for a prototype null wave strong enough to kill every Typhon on Talos 1. I hid a copy of the plan on top of the data tower by the scary chair. You know the one I'm talking about. Alex agreed to explore the idea, but I know my brother. First sign of trouble, he'd rather blow it all up and blame someone else. So you're probably on your own. There's a lot at stake here. Too late to stick our heads in the sand. You know what to do.
By the scary chair. What is that supposed to be? What is that supposed to mean? Now I'm getting directives from all over the place now. I think I'm gonna have to figure this out. I gotta fabricate the null wave device. There's a station, heart in the core in psychotronics. Then activated from a terminal on the bridge. All the Typhon aboard this. So maybe the one he gave me isn't real. Actually, that's probably more true, because our brother is kind of a shithead. So I could definitely see that him giving us some bum key that doesn't actually work, and it's just a bomb that blows the station up. So if we make the real one that was designed by Alex, or by Morgan, not by Alex.
If the idea hasn't occurred to you, I'm sure it will eventually. Don't do it. I can't predict what would happen if you scan the apex, but all my models point to suffering.
If I scanned the apex. Now you made me want to do it. You gotta stop giving me ideas, January. Where is this apex? Is it up on the top of this thing? Do I have to go outside to scan it? Man, that'd be crazy. We're gonna see. I might have to. There's a way down here, actually. Or a way out. In deep storage. Let's try it. Why not? We got saves, it's okay. Blocked. Blocked. Come on. Alright, so where does this game want me to go? Psychotronics? So that would be over by... We'd have to take the elevator then, but the elevator's probably broken at this point.
Suit integrity damaged.
Well, he'll be going to Psychotronics anyway, I guess. We'll probably be able to get out of the ship and scan it at some point. I want to scan it. I mean, he said something. It probably gives us some crazy new power that we had no idea we were going to get before. Because, I mean, that thing is like the apex. That's what they called it. So that thing is... Oh, and there's no broken gravity in here. All integrity failure. Alright, so... We should go to... the lobby? I don't know. Psychotronics. There's a scary chair. Maybe the scary chair is supposed to be the one that they pulled the neuromods out of his head. On the tower by the scary chair. So the scary chair would have been... I'm spitballing here, to be honest. I really don't know. The scary chair wouldn't have been the one in neuromod division for him. It would have been the one by the introduction area that we saw when we first started the game, right? Oh my gosh, this thing is everywhere. Psychotronics. Where is the neuromod division? I think it's upstairs. Can we even get upstairs? That's the question. Or is everything blocked? There's a way through it here. Yes, okay. This is probably a fruitless effort and I'm running low on ammo. So we need to be more conservative with what we're doing. By the tower, by the scary chair. Everything doesn't seem to be offline here though. No, I can't get back. It's all blocked up. Hey everybody, so real quick, I wanted to fill y'all in. I actually think I was talking about earlier where I wanted to go and find the scary chair, as Morgan had said in his transcribe. Apparently that transcribe is from the beginning of the game, and you get a transcribe and a note early on in the game that says, from Alex, that says he moved the plan and that he now has it. So it's just supposed to keep you from going on a hunt, and you can't get back to the main area where you found it and would have found it in the first place. So basically I'm going to cut out the part where I was looking around this area, and I just wanted to let you guys know that when we come back we'll be in the very beginning of Psychotronics. So we'll start off towards where the end of the game is pushing us. So alright, I'll see you guys in a second, and bye! Okay guys, so like I said, we went on a little bit of wild goose chase there. But we are going to be going forward in the Psychotronics now. We're going to have to go into the core of the Typhon, the apex, and blow it up from the inside, and that's going to need us to be in here. Yeah, like I just said a second ago, I had read, and I thought I had read somewhere, or like I had, somehow it got in my head, I think it was just that transcribe bringing it up again, the old information, and it just made me think that, oh yeah, the scary chair, I remember hearing about that like a bunch of times. Let's heal ourselves up. I have no idea what's going to happen next. Could be like a boss battle. We're so low on ammo. No, don't close. Oh man. I need one of these things to be open too. We gotta really hope the fabricator in this area is open and working. The last one we looked at wasn't. Not one in here. There's one farther in though.
Hello.
Oh, you just science operator. Can't help me right now, ma'am. All these doors are closing so crazy, it makes me think that we're gonna get like trapped in one or something. Poor guys. So yeah, we basically, once we started off talking to Alex, that basically started the beginning and end of the game. So there should be a fabricator in here. Yes. Let's hope we have the materials for it. Alright. Alex's arming key. Prototype null wave. We need to make that first. just barely enough. Oh my gosh. Alright, we got it. We actually had enough for one of them too.
The heart of the coral is in psychotronics, in the original containment cylinder. Placing the null wave device there will override the entire coral network with our own signal. Use your psychoscope to locate the exact spot.
We'll go ahead and break these down. Let's go ahead and level ourselves up finally for our final dose. I think let's do, it doesn't really matter at this point I guess, but let's do range attacks. Nah, let's do this one. Take ourselves down this, get ourselves fully kitted out in our psychoscope or something. And get hacking. This will just be what our endgame build would have been if we had the ability to. And then we have one more point we could spend. Is there anything we can get for one? Doesn't look like it. Let's go ahead and upgrade our weapons, one of our weapons to the maximum. Let's try the Q-beam. Alright, that's all our weapon things done. Let's sort this inventory one more time. Yeah, let's build both just for fun. Wait, no. That's mine. Oh, okay, no. I'm dumb. Let me get this shotgun stuff real quick so we have enough ammo if we have to do something spicy to end the game. 2 shotgun shells. Why only 2? 12? Is it random every time? I did not realize that. Alright, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm excited.
Talk to you.
Talk to you. This coral's crazy. Heart of the coral. How do we get in there? Can I just break the glass? No. Is there a door? There's a tube. We can go through the tube, maybe.
You probably didn't see me there.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bump into you, ma'am. You're so polite. How do I get in here? Can I go through here? No. Is there a way to eject myself into that place with it? Now it's going to be a minute of me looking around for this at this point, because I'm not really sure exactly how to get there. Oh, okay, here we go. Alright. Almost in the game. Can we scan this thing?
Microgravity detected.
Nope. Alright, let's go. Heart of the coral. Why is it just like a bomb? Heart of the coral. Deploy the null wave transmitter.
Kill them. Adrenaline. And another dose of Morgan's cell lines. Do it.
That should do it. Come to the bridge. We can finish this thing once and for all.
Alright, to the bridge. January's
Assume
been
Alex's
pissed.
plan succeeds. Then what? You're taking a massive gamble that there aren't more predators like the Typhon. In the history of the universe, humans have only recently become self-aware. Yet you're going to kick the door open on a much wider and older cosmic ecology. One that feeds on consciousness. These are shark-infested waters.
Talk to you.
Alex believes we can be the bigger shark. But what if we're just poor swimmers, and now there's blood in the water?
You know what, man? I want to pray too. I'm gonna keep this guy alive. That's my driving thing. We're gonna try and save as many people as we can. I'm gonna do my preliminary assumption of what's gonna happen is that since I'm so manipulated by this Typhon crap in my system, that I will probably die from this. This is my assumption, not me looking at any factuals or anything like that beforehand. I'm just like, the fact that I can do Typhon abilities on such a scale that no one else can, it has no really negative repercussions except these weird flashbacks, makes me think that I am a Typhon at this point, in terms of my cellular structure, we'll say. And I'm okay to pass along the torch to a new main character potentially. We'll see though. Everything's going tits up right now. Alright. We ain't getting all the side quests ended too, so this is like our only objective. I think we got everything done that we needed to get done, to be honest, though. I have save states if you guys really wanted to see something. Just let me know. Can't use that. They don't want you using anything too early. They want you using it in Psychotronics the second you get in there. Get in that elevator. Run! I do wonder if this game is going to end with a boss fight. I can't imagine that it does. Am I going the... Yeah, I'm going the right way. I was like, I can't even see my... Oh man, I'm just excited. We're gonna end the game, man. I didn't think I was gonna end it tonight. This thing popped off way faster than I thought it was going to. With no wave controls. I mean, I still have the arming key, which is kind of funny. I could just like last minute just stick the arming key in there and shoot my brother. I don't anticipate doing... I want to do the null wave. I think this is probably... And oh, by the way, I can't really get a good lock on it. I did look up what happens if you scan that apex. It basically puts you to 1 HP and 1 health and 1 size, so you become... It essentially kills you.
Microgravity detected.
Oof. Yeah, hold on. Oof, let me get my grounding a little bit. Okay. We're going to drop a save there too. So if you guys want to see the other endings, I'm not throwing this off on anybody. No, get me all away from this. Get me away from this. Well, I'm not sad to have to not use these. I'm tilting my head trying to steer myself like I'm playing a racing game all of a sudden.
Morgan, I don't know if you've seen, but there is alien matter ripping through the hull. You have to move.
I'm going. Let me let her talk.
Every window in this station, it's engulfing the place. It's everywhere.
Who is this? I never found you. Oh, poor guy. His head's like off. Let's not look at that. It's a PG-13 stream or something. Alright. This is gonna be the end. Ends is all this stuff where we went and we kind of like jumped the gun, went to the bridge like 10 parts before we were supposed to. You make my suit pretty. I want to look my best.
Morgan, Igwe, what's the update on our station?
Commander Dahl is making a speedy recovery, and we are making our way to the shuttle bay. I've informed him of the threat to this station, and...
Fine, Morgan, I'll meet you in the shuttle bay.
Aboard Talos 1 are exciting,
You guys need to go ahead and go
but even
without
the
me, I
brightest
think.
minds need adequate rest.
What the hell have you done?
I simply acted on Morgan's orders. Morgan.
Your operators locked me out of the comm terminal. We need to link up to the null wave device if we're gonna get that signal off before it's too late.
Consider the risk. Alex's plan, if it works, is only a short-term solution. None of us has the right to endanger every life on Earth.
If anyone's playing God here, it's you. Your lunatic plan denies everyone a birthright to the stars.
You know how neuromods are made. The demand will only increase. In the future Alex envisions, many will die for the benefit of a privileged few.
I'm not arguing with a glorified desktop. Kill it, Morgan.
Sorry, Morgan. I won't relinquish control of the terminal. You'll have to destroy me. Which means you will be destroying yourself.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
What the hell?
I'm sorry, Morgan. I didn't want to harm your brother. The directives you gave me require I do everything in my power to ensure you destroy Talos 1 and all the Typhon. Detonating the station safeguards the Earth, and perhaps provides a small measure of reparation. I won't relinquish control of the terminal. If you want to activate the null wave, you'll have to kill me.
Now that he's not here. Oh man. Alright. So I definitely didn't just make a save state just now to see what they both look like. But man, I don't know. Now that's down to it. Looking at this extent of this, it's like You really would want to blow the station up, actually. Igwe is the only person who really doesn't want you to, and I would hope that everyone's off the ship. But I said I was going to deploy the null wave. I'm going to deploy it. Sorry, January.
Give the order to detonate. Captain Mark's terminal.
It's funny, he could have died like super early too. Alright. See what happens. Sorry, January. You're kind of a dick.
What is a neuromod? Well, it's both an easy answer and a complicated one at the same time. It is the future, today. More importantly, our past, today. This is the work TranStar does. Every employee working together. It's immortality, and it is beautiful.
Okay. Alright, so that was the ending. I'm not gonna lie, I expected to have more like a direct kind of idea of what happened to Morgan at the end there. Because they made all this hints towards him being like some weird construct of himself. They said inject him with more of Morgan's cells. I don't know what that was all about, if that was some side quest I missed. I mean, I'm left with a lot of questions, and it's been a couple of years now, been at least like 3 or so years since they made this game. So I'm curious if we're ever actually going to see a sequel for it that would answer maybe some of those questions, or give us another... What was that, Mimic? Or at the very least, give us another additional story to go along with this one, maybe like what's happening on Earth a couple of years later. Oh, is this the outbreak? Oh, that's a cool end credit scene. You can see, oh, the like the outbreak starting up and everything. Here's the mimics. There they go. Look at my babies floating around. I wonder if I could. I wish I could flip between cameras and see like what was happening in other parts of the ship. This is a good spot for it. It's like the security guy. Hey, got the Phantom up there. This was the only area pretty much with any people in it besides the bridge, or not the bridge, the below deck storage areas. But overall, I'd say I would probably give this game pretty high regards, definitely recommend it to people for the sole reason of the level design in this game being one of the best I think I've ever played, to be honest. The ability to basically just do 4 paths of the same area, really actually kind of feel like you could do and play how you kind of wanted to. Like, do you want to just throw a recycler charge at the door and eliminate the blockage? Yeah, you're more than welcome to do that. Do you want to go and shoot every single enemy in the area and clear it out, kind of like what I did? You're totally able to do that. I mean, they'll respawn, but you can just run and gun it. Typhon powers are not mandatory. They help you in the mid game and probably in the end game when you actually start to get them more readily. But I think I scanned every single Typhon that I could, and I had no problems. I only used one basic ability the entire game. I could have gone through and gone through without any Typhon abilities if I wanted to, and would have had no problems. I think it would have taken me maybe like 20 more bullets or something like that to really supplement the damage. I have to say, definitely surprising for me. I really like this game. I recommend it to any of you guys who are watching it. Okay, so we still got a little bit of stuff. Or if I can skip this. Okay, I can skip it. Sorry for anybody who worked in the game. You guys are... Oh, a hidden location. What is this? Let's see.
It's finished. How did it do?
Activation of the mirror neurons is promising. Empathy quotient shows to be exceptionally high.
It probably thinks it was dreaming, and nothing mattered.
You're assuming it thinks like us.
Its life depends on it. Ours too. It all comes down to the choices it made.
It saved me from the cargo container. I would have suffocated otherwise, and later it recovered the Leitner connectomes. They were of no practical use, except that they were deeply meaningful to me. It installed multiple Typhon-based neuromods. It could mean an instinctive return to its own kind, or an attempt to integrate its dual natures. But its most surprising act was sparing Da. While perhaps for purely selfish reasons, this, at least in principle, enabled others to escape Talos 1.
Michaela.
I would have died without my medication. That wasn't easy. That says a lot, I think, about its heart. Can I say that it has a heart? It also found my father's records. And then, I did not expect this, but it let me listen to them. Despite the self-incriminating content, it was willing to make itself vulnerable. Then, there was a man in psychotronics, Ingram. That was cruel. There was no other way to see it. But...
Would you let it live?
yes.
Sarah, you're next.
The situation in the cargo bay was bad. None of us would have survived without its help, and it destroyed a large number of Typhon across the station. That has to be a good sign. Further, it thwarted Dar's attempt to use us as hostages. If it were one of my officers, I would give it a commendation.
Danielle, what do you say?
Danielle. Oh.
It found me. It didn't need to, but it did. I asked it to stop Volunteer 37. That was dangerous. No way to be sure, but I think it has a sense of retribution. There were a lot of humans controlled by the Typhon that it could have harmed. Seems like it went out of its way to avoid that. I think it's worth the risk.
In the end, it chose to activate the null-wave device. Why? To preserve the Typhon technology? We can't really know what its motives were for anything it did.
But we have to make a choice. You can hear us, can't you? Here. I want to show you something. What you experienced was a reconstruction based on Morgan's memories. This is the world today.
Fuck.
We spent years trying to put what you can do into us. We never tried putting what we can do into you. Until now. You're the bridge between our species. I need to know if you see us. I mean, really see us. Take my hand if you do.
Kill them all. I'll take his hand.
We're gonna shake things up, like old times.
Okay, that was pretty weird. That was a cool ending, though. I actually really liked that. So yeah, I killed the two humans. One of them I probably could have avoided. The other one was I probably don't even remember what the first one was. Typhon powers was 1. If I had had 0, then I guess Danielle wouldn't have had any issue with me. But I mostly was all human abilities. I had no restriction. You guys can see the ending here. I'll leave this in. Wow, okay. I had a thought somewhere in this game that I was not actually Morgan. But I guess really what happened is that I'm like a weird amalgam of everything that happened in this, of a Typhon and a human. Or I'm like, yeah, they said put more Morgan cells in there. So this was all just a recreation of what the Morgan did. And now I'm just like a Typhon created thing, reliving those memories. So I'm pretty happy with my ending, to be honest. I don't think that I would have done anything differently. Maybe except install that Typhon mod and be fully human or something like that. But I think I saved pretty much everyone I possibly could, and all the other people in the actual station that I would do side quests for were either dead or like got killed as a result of their side quests, pretty much. And like the important stuff, I think I did that. Anything involving Igwe, Michaela, Elazar, or Danielle, or Alex was all like important side quest material. I'm really curious what the other ending is, because the destroying the entire station goes completely against everything else that I was doing in the game. Because if you guys notice, I actually really went totally out of my way every single time that there was a shortcut. I would go and help and save people if at all possible, if it wasn't like I couldn't figure it out or something like that. Even in situations, I tried to be very introspective about my character and try and figure out what was wrong with me or how to fix it, and like what the difference between the psyche valves were. But yeah, I highly recommend the game to anybody who wants to play it. It's very surprising ending. You probably could have figured it out if you've been reading all the stuff, or if there's probably inklings towards it in the books. You guys had more of an opportunity to read those than I did, because I didn't really stop. I wanted to keep going. But yeah, I really hope all you guys had enjoyed watching this. That's pretty much my immediate thoughts on the game. I think I played it exactly like I wanted to. I think I wouldn't change my decisions except for the maybe installing Typhon mods. I would have just done in human only and tried to see how that impacted the outcome. I don't think it would have been very much, but I think maybe it would have been minute. And I'm really curious. I'm very curious now of what would have happened if I had blown the station up, because like I said, it goes completely against what I was trying to do. It goes completely against my character's intentions, and everything that they had been basically fighting for the whole time. It's completely negated. Like, I blow everything up that I've been trying to save. That doesn't make any sense. So I would have loved to see what their reaction was to that, where he's like doing all these good things, and then all of a sudden just bomb, everyone dead. And it's like, that's such a crazy thing to think about. I can't give the people who made this game more props. I mean, there was a little bit of bugs here and some weird things that didn't really work for me. I didn't really like the 0G. I think that could have been toned down a lot. I understand why they did it, but man, I would have preferred just a floaty jump, to be honest. I think that, or like, I don't know how you do it without doing the same stuff, but somehow making the suit maybe less heavy or something like that, because you just feel like you're moving like 1,000,000 miles an hour, and then you're moving at a snail's pace. Just no in between there. I would install the mod that gets rid of the hacking. I hate that minigame. That's the only thing I don't like about this game, pretty vehemently, is that the hacking minigame is just terrible. I don't think it's a good minigame. It's really bouncy, kind of sucks. Some of the weapons, I used every weapon almost except the grenades. I didn't really make very good use of them throughout the game, and the Typhon lures. I mean, once I got to the end of the game, I think I had used pretty much the exact amount of ammo that I needed to get through the game on a guns mostly playthrough, so I ended the game with almost no glue mod ammo. I had to recraft a lot of stuff towards the end. So I think we played that about as close to the vest as we could in terms of scavenging for stuff too. I mean, yeah, definitely a great game, great experience. I'm gonna be excited to hear if you guys have any comments of how you played through the game and what was different for you guys. I'd love to hear about them, so definitely leave me a comment below. I mean, other than that, I think maybe I might put out a review of this game. I think I did a pretty good job of synopsizing my ideas. I might just maybe clean up my thoughts a little bit over the coming days as I process it, because just like once you get to the end of the game, I feel like I need a minute to process the game before I can really give an accurate representation of my thoughts. But yeah, I gotta say, man, this has probably been one of the highlight games that I've played in the past like 2 years. If this hasn't convinced you guys to try the game out at the very least, gunplay was good. Mobility felt good. I love upgrading your abilities. Hacking minigames sucked. I wouldn't do the hacking again. But other than that, every gun had power. Every gun had weight. Every gun had the ability to do stuff. I would love to go through and play this game as Typhon only and see how that impacts my experience, and see if having to be basically a spellcaster changes it. But I think run and gun playstyle, a little bit of sneaking, probably one of the more fun shooters. Reminds me of the first time I played Halo, to be honest, and the first time I played BioShock. So those are BioShock's a very formative game for me. It's one of the first third-person shooters I've really attached to and really liked. And this one gave me so many vibes in certain spots, gave me so many callbacks to it, and gave me just that same feeling, that grittiness of feeling like you're just trying to get through this place, and that you think that your actions actually have weight. It's the ship of Theseus idea through this whole entire game, where you have, like they made mention to, you have October, November, December, January, all the different operators that represent the different versions of you as you progress through these systems of your mind. And it's crazy to think that, like, if they had continued this game series, and I hope they do one day, with like a Prey 2 where we can go through and explore the different outcomes of the game, what they could do with that. And if we went to another station, if we were Morgan dropped off in a station that was already in Typhon infested and had to go from square one, how they could feed that into the plot, how they could feed that in the story. I don't know if they can even make a universe out of this, but I mean, it seems like they could. They already have the technology there. Go to the Typhon's home planet or something like that. Like, we set up a station there. I mean, as you can see, the Earth is pretty much screwed, so we're probably moving to another planet potentially, or all living on a space station. So, yeah, I would love to see this series revived. I really hope. I'm going to go ahead and close my thoughts on it. Great game. Probably a solid 4 out of 5. Just on my initial go through. 5 out of 5 is really hard to get. Probably maybe even a 4.3 out of 5 or something like that. Music was great. Ambiance was great. Characters were pretty well written. I think that the gunplay was great. Can't speak to the spells, so don't quote me on that. And I think that the overall experience with the level design really just capstoned it to me to be a great game. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough. Be looking for some new stuff I got coming out in the next coming week. Definitely be looking out for that. I'm taking all requests. Leave me a comment if you got any thoughts, if you got any questions. I'll probably break this out in its own video so you guys can look at this like preliminary thoughts before the review thing. And yeah, I appreciate all you guys' support, any views you guys have dropped, any new subs. I've seen a couple y'all come in, and I appreciate any support you guys give. So this is definitely a pet project for me, but I hope it's been entertaining for you guys the whole way through. So again, this is JP Firepledge kind of signing out now on the Prey series until we get something new. So I hope you guys enjoyed it again, and I will see you guys in the next game we play through. All right, I'll see y'all. Bye.